Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So this video is kind of a Q&A for the questions that I've been getting about the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. And yes, I do have some other phones here, the S6 and some iPhone 6 and 6 Plus over here, but I'm going to get to those. But this video is primarily about the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. So I'm going to tackle the main question that I've been getting is what is the battery life like? The battery life on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, in my experience, is the same as my S6, which means I can get at least 5 hours of screen on time in one day. And I've so far, and I remember I've only been using this for 48 hours. So in the 48 hours that I've had it, I've charged it twice. So one a day. Keeps the doctor away. Now, one a day is what I've been getting in. Well, the first charge I got a little over a day. I got about a day and 30%, I'll say, on the next day. But eventually I had to charge it up. And now I'm on my second charge, the recording of this video. So the Galaxy Note 5 has good battery life. For the people that want 7-8 hours of battery life out of their phone, you're going to need a phone that has a great, the operating system has to be optimized a certain way, or you have to have a battery that's like 4,000 or 5,000 milliamps. That's because I have those, so I know it's possible. My Mate 2, 10 hours of screen on time. That's just ridiculous. No, my Mate, my MediaPad X1, I'm sorry, 10 hours of screen on time. The Mate 2, 9 hours or 8 hours of screen on time. So around there. So, but these are premium devices right here. These are high-end spec'd devices, meaning the S6 and the Note 5 pretty much are one and the same. But the Note 5 has it a little bit harder because it has a bigger screen. But nonetheless, the Note 5's battery can make it through a day, and you can get at least 5 hours of screen on time if you're a heavy user. If you don't get that, my word is not bond. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that my word is the final say-so like some people do. It's not like that. It's just that my experience is, as a heavy user, I've gotten 5 hours or more. I've gotten a little more than 5 hours of screen on time. I'm just going to level it off at 5 within 24 hours and needing to charge. This has 4 gigs of RAM and a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, should they have put a bigger battery in there, would I have settled for just a straight design and a bigger battery? Yes, I would have. Definitely would have. I would have settled for a flat back. They didn't have to do the curve, made it a little thicker, and give me a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. This would have been a real king right here, kingpin. It's already the boss, but it would have been a real kingpin at that point. Nonetheless, that's the first question that I've gotten. Hit me in my inbox, messages, videos, wherever. How is the battery? The battery is great. One thing I can say is, people, lower your standards. Lower your standards. You can't have everything your way. You can't have this super duper phone and then 20 hours of battery life, screen on time. It's, you know, this is not going to happen unless you have the battery to back it. And this is a high spec screen, high spec phone, and it's only got a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. And so that means that it won't have the same kind of power, long lasting as this little stylo, because the stylo has a 720 screen, you know, lower specs, you know, Snapdragon 400, 410 or something like that. So, but you get what you pay for. This is a real boss right here. It does good. The next question I've gotten is the screen. People are sending me these messages, and I'm going to respond to them. The screen on this is beautiful. They say, is it better than the iPhone 6 Plus? Yes, the screen is better than the iPhone 6 Plus. And not just because it's a high-resolution display. It's because this is a 1080p display, and this is a Quad HD display. So, you know, you do the math. You're going to get sharper quality images on this screen. Video is going to come across great. And that's just how it is. It's smaller than the iPhone 6 Plus, but it's got a bigger screen, and it's just gorgeous. Another question that I've gotten is about the camera. Is the camera better than the iPhone 6 Plus? And these are primarily iPhone people probably sending this. You know, one minute I'm biased, and the next minute, you know, I'm a fanboy, and just a bunch of stuff. I don't really play into that, but, you know, nonetheless, the screen on here is, the iPhone 6 Plus has a phenomenal screen. Yes. Some people say, is the battery better than the iPhone 6 Plus? Truthfully, it's not. On my iPhone 6 Plus, I can get probably the highest I've gotten is 7 hours of screen on time with about 2.5 days of use. But why is that so? That's because this is a 1080p display, and also the way Apple's operating system is optimized. It's optimized to basically pause everything in the background. The iPhone 6 Plus has one of the best standby times I could possibly have on a device. I mean, it is just great. If I power this, just hit the screen off and leave it sitting here till tomorrow, it'll wake up with 100%. I can guarantee you. iPhone people know that. But that's not to say that the Galaxy Note is horrible just because it doesn't have the same battery life as the iPhone. No, that's not the case. It's just the way Android is optimized. But back to what I was saying, the screen, the camera, yes, they're better than my iPhone 6 Plus. And I doubt that the iPhone 6 Plus S, when I get it next week, anyway, when I get the iPhone 6s Plus, I doubt that the camera or screen will be better than the Galaxy Note 5, because Apple's not taking that. If you know Apple's history, they're not going to jump ship, bounce around like that. They're going to keep it slowly, gradually take people's money and give them a little bit at a time, and that's okay. But the Note 5's camera is much better than the iPhone 6 Plus. That's a given. People are asking about TouchWiz. People are asking about the bloatware. If you don't want to have the bloatware, you just go down to applications and you disable what you want to disable. And you can see some of the things I have disabled here. I've disabled these right here. I don't need them. And I haven't gone through my device completely to look at all the things that I need to disable. But you just go into something and you go into all, and then you can just click on it and you can hit disable or uninstall. Now, yes, some things cannot be taken off. Some of the stuff, it can only be disabled. So, that's just kind of the way it is. Some people ask about the RAM. Is it fast? Well, here's the RAM right here. You can see the system always uses the most, and then your apps, and then the free. And that's just how it is. The phone still flies at 4 gigs of RAM. It is just gorgeous, and it's just, I can't tell you enough how beautiful and fast this device is. But any other questions that you have, leave them in the comment section, and I'll probably just reply that way. But those were the main questions that people asked me about the battery and the camera and the screen, and it's mainly a comparison to the iPhone 6 Plus. Now, what I have here is one of my iPhones, or a couple of my iPhones, and look at the designs, how both of these companies are kind of doing the same thing. They're keeping with what works. I'm glad Apple's not going to change this design for the next one, because I have so many accessories and things like that. Some people asked about the USB-C. I don't want that yet, because I have too many devices that are going to offer, that use the USB. I don't want to start changing and buying new things. So, but here's the design elements that both of these companies are doing, and they're sticking to what works. But the Note, in my opinion, is one of the most premium feeling devices I have ever felt. And it just goes in line with this one. This is one of the most premium feeling devices that I've ever used. The Galaxy S6, I got comfortable with it, but it became too small. The screen is a 5.1 inch display, but if most of your devices have big displays, you're going to lean more towards a bigger phone. That's just the way it is. You're going to lean more towards it, and that's just how it goes. The comparison between these two, people keep saying you should do a battle. I personally don't see the need to do a battle between these, because the iPhone 6 Plus will not win in a lot of areas. So I don't need to do any kind of self-gratification. I'm not into bashing other operating systems and things like that. But I do want to uphold and uplift the premium build quality in both of these. Does Samsung take design elements from Apple? Sure they do. You'd be naive if you said that they didn't. It takes design elements from them. I'm hoping that Samsung gives us a vibrate switch. This is something I want. I like being able to put my phone on vibrate with just a switch. I posted this on Instagram or Google Plus, I believe. I like that they've upgraded their Touch ID, their finger scanner. You can see here, it's in quick. You press it, boom, you're in. Same thing with Apple. But it's faster on the iPhone. It's because, Samsung's kind of new at it, It's faster on the iPhone in getting in. I've done several tests, and it's just faster. But I don't feel the need to compare these two. I think they're both fantastic. Obviously, I'm definitely not biased to either one. I like them all. I just prefer certain things in a device, and I obviously have more Android phones than anything. But again, this Galaxy Note 5, if you don't have it, let me just say this.